In this tutorial video, we're going to go through adding a form tool to the Vectric Spark software. While the tool database already includes many different tool types as standard within the tool database, for example, endmill tools, bullnose tools, and VBit tools, there are a wide variety of tool geometries available that it would be impossible to include every example of these in the tool database. For these tools, you can enter them in using the Form Tool option in the tool database instead. There are some examples here of tools you would want to add as a form tool. To add these tools, you will need a vector that represents the exact shape of the tool you would like to add. Your tool manufacturer may be able to provide you with the vector representation of these specialized shaped tools. If not, you would need to manually draw the vector for the tool instead. If you have been provided with the vectors for the tool you are using, you can import this into the software and use this to create a form tool. So this is what we will be doing in this example. So I'm going to go to File, Import, and we're going to be using this file as the example. And you can see here that it has now imported a vector profile of the tool we will be using. So I can remove the vector around the outside, and now we can look at the vector of the tool itself. For the form tool, we will only need the right side of the tool profile. So we will need to look at editing this vector so we only have the right side of the tool here. So first we will need to go into node edit mode, which we can either press N on the keyboard or go to the left hand panel here, hold down this option here and go to node edit. Now first of all, we do not need this vector along the top, so I'm going to right click on this vector and select the delete span option. And now the next thing we need to look at is splitting this vector in half so we only have the right side here. So I'm going to zoom into the tip of the tool here, and we can see here that we actually do have a node in the center of the tool. But if we didn't have a node here, we could right click on the center of this vector and insert a point using this option here. But as we already have a node here, this is grayed out and we can just use the cut vector option instead. Now I'm going to go back to the select mode up here, and we can see now that the vector is split in half. So I'm going to remove the left side of the vector, and we can see here now that we only have the right side left. So next we're going to look at adding the tool to the tool database using this vector. So first we will need to go to the panel on the right hand side here, and you will see the option here for the tool database. So first I will want to select the vector for the tool and then go into the tool database option here. And then I'm going to go to the section of the tool database I want to add the tool. So I'm going to want to add it to the form tools section here. And then I will want to go to the add tool option here. You will then want to go to the tool type drop down list here and select the form tool option. And you can see here now we have an image of the tool using that vector we have selected. And then you can select the units you want to use for this tool. You can see here that the diameter of the tool is grayed out. This is because this will be determined by the size of the vector you are using. So you will want to make sure that the vector profile you are using for the tool is the exact size of the tool you are using as well. And then we can click the create settings option here, and here we can enter what we want for the pass depth, step over, and feeds and speeds for the tool. You will want to make sure that these are all appropriate for the machine material and tool you are using. We can then click apply here, and we can see now that it has added this tool to the tool database. So I can now close out of the tool database. You may have a tool that has an undercut, like these tools that are on screen at the moment. Due to the way we display 3D objects within the software, undercuts cannot be displayed in the Toolpath preview, so cannot be added when creating a form tool in the tool database. If you would like to add a tool like this, you would need to remove the undercuts from the vector when adding the tool. This will mean that the undercuts will not be displayed, so you will need to take this in consideration when creating toolpaths with tools like this. I hope you have found this tutorial video helpful going through how to add a form tool to the tool database in the Vectric Spark software.